So this is my word problem analysis. My word problems I created were for 3rd grade, and I chose to give the problem to 2 3rd grade students to solve them. So the first question was, a teacher needs to arrange students' desks before the first day of school. She plans to have 4 rows of desks. If she will have 24 students, how many desks should she put in each row? So the way I would solve this question is just writing a division equation. Since there are 24 students and you want to have exactly 4 rows, you divide 24 by 4 and your answer would be 6. So there's 2 students whom I gave the questions to. So the first student divided to find the answer, and then the second student also did the same. So it's pretty much the same for that one. Question 2 was, Kim has a stamp collection with 140 stamps. Each month she saves her allowance to buy 20 new stamps. She wants to show her stamp collection to her cousin Sam when she has collected 200 stamps. How many more months does she need to save her money so that she can have 200 stamps? So what I would do to solve this equation is subtract the total goal number of stamps you want to have minus what you have now. So that'd be 200 minus 140. And then I would get 60, and then I would add 20 until I get to 60 to see how many months that would be, and the answer is 3. So what the students did is, the first student, she started with 140, and then she added 20 until she reached to 200, and then for each 20 she counted the months. So that was 3 20s, so that would be 3 months. The second student wrote an equation with a missing number. So the student did 140 plus blank equals 200. He knew that would be 60, so he wrote in 60, and then what he did to find the number of months is divide by the number of stamps you collect each month. So 60 divided by 3, 60 divided by 20, which is 3. So both got 3 months. The next question is question 3, which is, Casey loves to read books. On Monday she read 15 minutes, then on Tuesday she read 5 more minutes than on Monday. On Wednesday she read 5 more minutes than on Tuesday. If she continues to read this way, how many minutes will she read on Friday? So the way I would solve it is to just list out what the total minutes would be for each day. For example, Mondays with 15, then Tuesday would be 20, Wednesday would be 25, Thursday would be 30, and then Friday would be 35. So I would just list them out and then just look at what number matches with Friday, and my answer would be 35. What the first student did was that she started with 15 minutes for Monday, and instead of adding 5 to every day and seeing what would be the total number for Friday, she just added 5 for every day. So for example, 5 for Tuesday, 5 more minutes for Wednesday, 5 for Thursday, and 5 for Friday. She added all of them and she got 35 minutes. The second student did the same thing. He started with 15 for Monday, 5 more for Tuesday, 5 more for Wednesday, 5 more for Thursday, and 5 more for Friday. Then he added and he got 35 too. And then we have the last question, which is question 4. Mrs. Smith's class is participating in a food drive. The classroom has agreed to bring a total of 100 canned foods. Mrs. Smith's class has 19 students. If each person, including the teacher, will bring the same amount of cans, then how many cans does each person have to bring? So how I would solve this is divide the total number of cans you need to bring by the number of people. So Mrs. Smith plus her students would be 20, so 100 divided by 20 is 5. So we can see here the work from the first student. She didn't get the right answer, but she just made a small mistake. So what she did is she added 20 until she got to 100. So she did 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, which is 100. And then she paired each 20 with a 2. Instead of that 2 should have been a 1, because each person is just bringing 1 can, because there's 20 people, so when you bring 20 cans, it's only 1 per person. So if she would have done 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, she would have gotten 5 cans per person. But she made a mistake and she put 2 cans. So that's why she got an answer of 10. The other student just wrote the simple division equation. So he did 100 total cans divided by 20 people, which is 5. And then that's it for the board problems. So that's it. And then I just wanted to mention how I kind of expected students to just use an equation to find the answers, but you can see through the work that they've learned different methods for solving problems, and even though they use different methods, they still arrived at the same answer. So it's pretty cool to see how kids think differently, but they can still solve problems.